Shabbat is coming, and this week we read the Torah portion of Parshat Emor. Today is Lag baomer. Many of you may have heard of the tragedy that happened yesterday in Meron on this day of Lag baomer, a day dedicated as a day of celebration. And we have no words except to beg God to end all suffering with the coming of Mashiach.
Amen. Two main reasons are given for the joy on Lag baomer. One is because it is the day of the passing of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Before he passed away, he requested that the day of his passing be marked with great joy.
Another reason for the great joy of this day is that a plague broke out among Rabbi Akiva's 24,000 students, and on this day, they stopped dying. Our rabbis explain that the reason for the plague was that the students didn't treat each other with respect. That's interesting that as students of the teacher who taught love, respect was lacking. Rebbe explains that after giving someone so much love and doing so much for another person, it could feel like respect is not so important.
In fact, you could feel like they're indebted to you for doing them that favor, and maybe you don't need to treat them with respect anymore. What Rabbi Akiva teaches us is, what we can learn, this lesson teaches us is that the opportunity to help someone else should be viewed as a privilege. You have the opportunity to help someone else. It's a gift that God gave us, that you're able to help another person. Recognize that you have another gift. After you help that other person, you have another gift to honor them. Now you have a better relationship. Now you have a better opportunity to honor them and to show them that respect. The truth is that just like then, they were all students of Rabbi Akiva, our sages tell us all of the Torah was transmitted through Rabbi Akiva to us. So we're all students of Rabbi Akiva. What we have, the Torah that we have, comes from Rabbi Akiva. So the respect that we show each other is just like the respect of the students of Rabbi Akiva. But respect should be for every human being, because every human being was created in the image of God.
This week's Torah portion is titled Emor, which means to speak. And interestingly, our sages tell us, Siag lachachma shtika. The way to achieve wisdom is through silence.
So then is speech something which is recommended and encouraged? The parasha is Emor, which means to speak. But the sages say, you get wise through silence. So there must be a type of speech which is encouraged, which is a positive speech, which really makes a positive impact. What speech is that?
The Rebbe says that Emor, speak, is referring to speaking good about another person.
Speaking good about another person is always a good thing. And it brings out the good within the other person. It builds another person. Just like God created the world with his speech, this type of speech actually builds, brings out the good within another person.
So on this joyous day, let's take these two lessons of love and care for another person and respect for another person and use our words to encourage each other and build each other up. Have a wonderful, peaceful, and restful Shabbat.
Have a happy Lag baomer. Shabbat Shalom.